Working out some kinks right now. I am going live. Um, and we shall see how this pans out. Um, Forgive me, I thought I figured it out on Instagram, but I will try that out in a bit. So thank you for all who choose to join me on Synchronicity. For those of you who don't know me, I am Cynthia Sharp with Synchronicity Biofeedback and Healing Energy Work. So I do biofeedback, which is a computer with an interface that sends and balances energy that reduces stress. And then I also do healing energy work, which is a hands-on or hands-off modality and is balancing in a completely different way, more of a spiritual, emotional, and also physical. So anyway, what I came on today to speak about, tomorrow is my birthday. And I am so excited to share this time with you. And it has been an unusual time, to say the least, because COVID has definitely been a bit of a stressor. We didn't anticipate it to be this long and didn't know that what to expect and how it would affect not just ourselves on an emotional level, but also on a financial, on a spiritual level, on just a journey, and even physical level, because our emotions create responses and reactions within our body that, if not controlled and balanced, they really do exacerbate and can cause dis-ease. So discomfort and dis-ease are things that we really don't want in our bodies. So how do we do that? Especially when it's getting kind of like down to the wire, maybe our skin is getting a little erupted, or our nerves are getting much more frayed easily, or we're not thinking as clearly as possible. One, to recognize what's actually happening is most important. Like with any conversation, we need to know that what we're facing is what we're facing. So if we don't acknowledge it, we keep on having that little child in ourselves have like a temper tantrum that you're not acknowledging me. And we really need to stop and acknowledge that child inside of us that is having that temper tantrum, that is saying, look at me right now. I need your love, your attention, or I need a sense of power. And I'm going to act out in this capacity if you don't give me some sense of control to move forward, to change my emotions, to change how I'm feeling. So when we do that, we actually assist our bodies to transition. And how, I have an additional needs child. It's not always easy. There are sometimes some behaviors that, with neurotypical children you don't see. But there are other things with neurotypical children that can be also exacerbatory as well. So let's not discredit that either. But with additional needs children, there are certain behaviors that are very calming and very soothing to them that might be otherwise unsoothing to us. So it's recognizing at this time, in this moment, do I need to get myself aggravated with what he or she is doing? Do I take a moment, take a deep breath, recognize, okay, this is bothering me. and choose to go ahead and walk away. Now, let's be real, our kids sometimes do come trudging along and come getting us. And it doesn't matter if we've walked away, they're coming for us. And they're making sure that we are paying attention because that's what they need. So what do you do then, right? But acknowledge the child and say, but you're doing this, and this is why I'm walking away. Same thing goes with us. Sometimes you need like an emotional timeout from yourself, right? You need to take that mental break, that mental capacity, and just self-reflect and recognize that you're having your moment and that it's not necessary to be in that moment. And you're going to go meditate, you're going to go exercise, you're going to go listen to a fun song that will have you jamming. And if none of that works, right, look at what you're eating. What are you eating mentally? What are you eating physically, right? So if you don't stop your thoughts and recognize where your thoughts are coming from, why are you telling yourself this thought process over and over and over again? Then you need to actually look at, okay, so if I change my diet, maybe my thought process will actually like shift. Maybe I need some happier foods within my diet, more vitamin C, more less alcohol. And sometimes you do need the comfort food. So how do you get the healthy comfort food? I made muffins just this last week with my son, banana muffins, and we made a batch of craisin muffins, banana muffins with sprinkles of coconut shreds on top, and the other ones were chocolate with pecan sprinkles, and each had some flaxseed, some ground flaxseed added to it, which was so awesome as far as fiber goes. And we need to make sure that we're letting our day go, right? Which is where the fiber comes in. And if you're not getting enough fiber, you're not regular. And if you're not regular, those emotions back up on a physical level and on an emotional level. So you need to make sure that you're going every single day so you don't feel like, you got it. So, what else can you do? If all of that doesn't work, go into telehealth therapy, or even doing biofeedback and doing energy work. It is amazing and it is transformative. And why is that so? Because we need human connection. And at this time, more so. And we're having to do it on a virtual level. And it is much more difficult to go ahead and do that and really create connection. But I promise you this, if you have tried changing your diet, if you have tried calling a friend, if you have tried exercising, playing your favorite music, playing your favorite instrument, then you know that you need something outside of you to help you rebalance you. And isn't it always funny, like when we have that wonderful phone call with a friend and we share like our frustration for the day and say, like this is happening, and they say something wonderful and it like clicks in our head and we're like, I wouldn't have thought of that. That's what energy work does. That's what biofeedback does. It puts you back into you. It puts you back into balance, because sometimes you're so unaware of what you're doing and what is creating it that you need that outside perspective to create a new perspective, a new balance. So, today, I would like for you to recognize that we don't know when COVID is going to end. We're seeing some decline here in Florida, right? We're seeing the numbers go down, but we don't know once our kids go back to school, are those numbers going to go ahead and go up? And then, it restarts and reestablishes itself. And then it's another however long. So in order to go ahead and create balance, we need to recognize where are we right here, right now, and let's really saturate ourselves in this moment, in this joy, in this capacity, so that when we're in the muck and the frustration, we're not in the muck and the frustration. We can kind of like take that virtual vacation and go back to that happy place and really, really be in that moment as we're having that frustration moment. I promise you this, the more that you do it, it's like a muscle. It's like going to the gym, right? You're doing it. You're working out. You've got some really nice muscles. And, I used to lift weights myself. And I was doing really nicely. But I wanted a certain look at that time. So I got a trainer. And when I got a trainer, my body shifted. He knew certain things that I didn't. That is why you do biofeedback. That is why you do energy work. Because having someone who knows why your body is reacting that way helps you realign. It is that physical trainer, that PT, that OT, that weightlifter that knows the muscles, knows exactly why you're standing and how you're breathing, and is watching every movement and helping you to shift that, because they can step outside of you and look in and see what you're doing versus you trying to see it through a mirror that you're only seeing what's in front of you. That they can actually walk around and see you from all perspectives. So think about that when it's getting really tight and it's really getting uncomfortable. Please don't limit yourselves. We're like in a marathon. I was just speaking with my husband last night about it. We're like in a marathon. We're down to like the last 2 miles and our muscles are burned out. But if we actually recognize we're almost there, we will cross that finish line. And we will be so proud of ourselves for doing it. It will be amazing. But so often, and I've had this myself, I did a mountain climb in Mexico back in March. And I didn't anticipate doing a mountain climb at all. I was in flip-flops and a skirt. So not where I thought I was going to go ahead and do that. I was close to the top of the pyramids that I wanted to be on, and but my muscles were spent. My legs were shaking. The altitude had affected me so, but I had to remind myself that I didn't want to just be done. I wanted to be able to be up at the pyramids, see the view, look at the expanse and enjoy it. That I only had a few 100 feet to go ahead and go. But if I didn't choose to make it all the way to the top, I wouldn't have been proud of myself and felt all that joy and that encouragement that I had just from my accomplishment. So when you're feeling like you're running that marathon and you've got those 2 miles to go ahead and go and your muscles are spent, reach out. During that trail, I had 2 people with me, and it was lovely because I could literally tell them, hey, I am trying here. But they couldn't walk my walk. They could walk beside me though. And that is what a practitioner does. We walk beside you. We assist you and help balance you and create that awareness. And that's what we do as parents with our children. We can't live our lives for our children. Not at all. I wish I could sometimes. But we walk alongside our children and help guide them and help create awareness. And if they choose to take our advice, then so be it. They get to flourish. And if they choose not to, maybe their decisions are the decisions that they need to go ahead and make to create the awareness that they needed so that they could grow in their own way. And we need to go ahead and respect that. Or they recognize, you were right. Let's retract and I'm going to do what mom and dad said. So consider that when you're at that end and you're feeling burnt out, create more humor. Create more humor in your life. I've been doing that a lot this week because without humor, life can be pretty drudging. And I have a little bit of a silly bone within me, and I need that silly bone. And I think we all do. We just don't give ourselves that capacity. So encourage yourself to take a moment, be silly, and enjoy life to the fullest at this present moment. And if need be, please reach out to a practitioner, whether it be a counselor, whether it be a psychologist, psychiatrist, whether it be a biofeedback practitioner, energy healer. Do something for yourself so that you can move forward. And that will be a great gift to you. Promise. So I thank you for joining me. I will not be doing this synchronicity talk next Friday. I will be doing some CEUs. I will, however, be doing my meditation on Friday, and so you can join me at that time from 9 to 10 next Friday. And then I will be in school for the day. So if there's anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to message me and let me know. And if you have anyone who would benefit from this, please do share. Have a blessed weekend. And from me to you, this is my birthday gift. Enjoy.